It is, yeah. So we don't want to. Yep, because Rickon's going to go, where's the recording, Ada? So make sure to record it. Okay, guys, welcome Paul and Cindy. Paul is from Toronto and Cindy's from Malaysia. So guys, we're about to get started. So Titans, welcome. I'd like to introduce you to Jason Buckner. Now, Jason and I met through my journey of business starting last year, and I've learned a lot from him. He's been of great value with the knowledge that he has and the experience that he has. So, you know, Avintika, you talked about being a digital nomad. You're going to love Jason, right? Because even Paul, you know, one of your experiences since the pandemic has been, he said to me, I don't no longer need my office. Everything is online, right? And that's the world that we are in, and that is the world that we are going more into. So this is very, very timely. Now, whether you're in business or you're not in business, as Titans, we know knowledge and information is power. So Jason, welcome. Thank you very much for taking the time to join us, Titans.
Thank you for having me.
Jason has over 20 years of experience in this landscape of the digital world. So he has a lot of knowledge. I mean, he was, I would say, a student. He had mentors, and then off he went on his own. And just like his passion for swimming. I mean, if you ask him, what's your passion? He said, do you know, Ada, I can't wait till the pools open up. Like, I can't wait till lockdown it finishes so I can get into the pool. That's his passion with swimming. But it's just not swimming. He pushes himself to be the best that he can, And so through swimming, it's almost like a metaphor because he brings that same attitude, that same business into his business. And that's the way he works with his clients. So Jason, I'm really delighted that you are with us. I'm not going to talk much about your business because I'm going to allow you to unveil it. Let's keep them in a little bit of suspense, right? Because they want to know what the 3 big mistakes are. Ricken was saying yesterday, I want to know what the 3 biggest mistakes are. So I'm not going to say much more.
Okay.
And Jason, over to you. Thank you very much again. And I know this stuff, but you know, a refresh is always good for me as well.
Yeah, so very true. And sometimes it's a little motivator, isn't it? All right, let me just get my slides shared so you can see that the 3 biggest mistakes small businesses make when paying for leads. They could be costing you thousands. Is anyone paying for leads at the moment? You can just respond in the chat box if you like. Well, I'm gonna be interactive here, and the more you give me, the more I'll give you, if that's okay. All right, good one. So no one is at the moment, but maybe some of you are going to, and that's good. Paul, yes, okay, good one. So what if I told you there's one big problem in your business right now, and that is that you're not following up, and as a result of that, you're letting thousands slip through your fingers. How would that make you feel? No leads but ads. Okay, Avantika, very good. So, so the ads are going somewhere and getting you something there as well. So, wouldn't you like a business where you get to enjoy more of this? For me, this means you know, a lot of things. This picture, I took this picture myself on the top of a rock. It's not Ayers Rock, but it was on the top of this rock in Kakadu National Park in Australia. And I was there on a swimming holiday. I'd been to a swimming competition in Darwin, and then I went to Kakadu on this this 4-wheel drive camping trip. And we were sitting up here. There's about 30 of us all sitting up on top of this rock and drinking champagne and having a picnic up here while the sun was setting over this, you know, beautiful landscape. And all the while, my business was running automatically in the background. The follow-up and the lead generation process was happening while I was on this holiday, which was super cool. Or for me, this is my favorite beach in the world. It's the North Beach on PP Island. Has anyone been there? Yeah. Use the chat box if you can. I can't see everyone's faces, so you know, flick it in there. North Beach on PP Island. It's the most beautiful beach in the world. I learned to dive here, and while I was learning to dive, all the follow-up in my business was happening automatically. And you know, for me, it's this picture, but for you, it's going to be a different picture, but similar sort of thing. You know, your passion, your love, you've got to make it happen while you're running your business. Then this is combining 2 of my passions. That's me with my mother at at the Statue of Liberty there, and that's us there in New York. And I took my mother around the world for 5 weeks, and for all of that time, all of the follow-up in my business was happening automatically. But you love diving, but haven't dived in PP yet. Cindy, that's where I learned to dive, actually, PP Island. So I love it. I love it a lot. But yeah, combining 2 of my passions here. And like I say, for you, the pitch is going to be something slightly different, potentially, different picture, but similar sort of thing. We've got to follow our passion and make it happen while our business is running automatically, wherever we can. So today's session is for small business to medium business, running any sort of lead generation campaign. If you're paying for ads in any sort, and you're not getting the returns that you would like to be getting, you can be converting customers online, you can be converting customers on sales calls, you can be selling online, you can be selling in your business, in your face-to-face business, but using online as a lead generation tool. You're not getting the sales or the results that you would like. And most importantly, you don't really know where your leads are going or what you're going to be doing with them other than they're coming into the business. What are you doing with them? So in the next 45 minutes, I'm going to show you the 3 mistakes most businesses make. And when I say most, probably about 90% of businesses that I've worked with make these 3 mistakes, running any lead generation campaign, and it's literally costing you thousands if you're making these mistakes. So why should you learn it from me? Not just because Ada says so. I've got a background in business and organising. So for 7 years, I ran a chain of retail stores in Sydney. So I know the face-to-face sale very well. And then I went into 7 years of project management. So I worked with businesses like the Swatch Group. You all know who the Swatch Group is, don't you? Swatch Group is worldwide. So businesses like the Swatch Group and Melbourne Museum and National Gallery here in Australia. And I used to do a lot of graphic rollouts all across the country. Say for the Swatch Group, 363 stores across Australia would have representation of the 7 brands in the Swatch Group at that point in time. So 7 brands, 363 stores, 3 or 4 graphics in every single store every season. So spring, summer, winter, and fall, every season there'd be a graphic changeover. So you do the math and think about how many graphics that is. 3 or 4 in every store, 7 brands in most stores, and 360 something stores across Australia. And we changed all those graphics over in 48 hours when the season changed. So a lot of management involved in those systems and making the system better. Then I work with National Gallery and galleries all across Australia. It's funny, they have travelling exhibitions. Has anyone been to a travelling exhibition? Hands up, or give me a yes or anything like that. You go to a gallery and it's this one that's travelled all the way around the world, and you think it's travelling around the world. So you think all the graphics and all the art and everything travels around the world with it, wouldn't you? Yes, no is the answer. There's maybe 3 or 4 key pieces that usually travel around the world with the graphics, and all of the rest of that is produced locally. So all of the rest of the art is all produced locally. Every single time there's an exhibition, or every single time it moves somewhere else. So I would manage all of those exhibitions coming into those places. So again, a lot of systems to put in place to make that happen. I've been doing this since 2006. So 2006, I started working for a couple of guys, Tom Wire and Brett McFall, in a company called World Internet Summit. And we used to run internet business training seminars all around the world, 5 or 6 of them every single year. And so now, first they taught me, and now they come to me to learn how to do it. And since then, I've automated more than $25 million in sales, either for them or for my customers or for myself. And so I know this business really quite well. I now consult at $297 an hour, helping businesses like theirs and yours and small business manage the follow-up and manage the automation in their business. So I'm also an Infusionsoft certified partner and a Keep certified partner. It's actually, Infusionsoft has recently changed names, now called Keep Max Classic, and then there's Keep or Keep Pro, and Keep Max Classic is the big brother, if you like, and Keep Pro is the entry level software, and so they're the ones that I choose and the ones that I teach. But if you're doing any lead generation in your business, I don't care what software you use, so long as you're using some that can do all the things that we're going to teach you, so that you're getting the most out of every single lead, and that's the most important thing. So I'm also a swimming coach. Like I just said, I'm a swimmer and a swimming coach. I coach a masters swimming team here in Australia, and I swim with them. I love swimming. I love it a lot. And in fact, in 2019, I was in my age group. I was third in the world for 200 butterflies. So I'm a bit of a glutton for punishment. And in my age group, third in the world, and I just love it so much. But you know, I put a lot of dedication into it. And I put a lot of dedication into coaching my swimmers as well. I find, you know, coaching swimmers like coaching follow-up. You know, you do the right thing in your stroke at the right time and you get faster and stronger. And it's the same thing in business. It's the same thing in follow-up. You say the right thing at the right time, you're going to get more sales, more connection with those leads, and better results in there as well. So I also feed off that, you know, teach and learn kind of relationship. So the more you give me in the chat box, the more I'm going to give you. But I tell you what, if I get my whistle out, it's probably because you're not paying attention, and I need a little bit more. Okay, so in retail, it takes 1 to 3 interactions with our customers to get a sale. Okay, what can we do in retail that we can't do online? Can anyone tell me? In the chat box, go for it. What can we do in retail that we can't do online? Face-to-face communication, touch and feel, develop a relationship. Yeah, good one, good one. Personal and physical contact, and that eye-to-eye contact that we can do in retail, we can't do online. Okay, so it's a little bit different when we go online. Online, it's actually 5 to 7 interactions. When my slides start working again, there we go. It's 5 to 7 interactions on average. So we need to follow up with our customers. We need to nurture them and build a relationship with them. And this is the key thing. This is the key thing until they are ready to buy. Most businesses try and do it, you know, try and make our customers ready to buy, but in actual fact, I think we should be following up with them until they are ready to buy. It's all about relationship marketing. See, the process is you know, getting the leads in, and then we need to build a relationship with them, just like we would in the retail environment. Build a relationship with them to get them to buy. Some more stats: 99% of traffic that comes to your business is not ready to buy. 99% of traffic. 95% of sales occur after 7 touches or 7 interactions with those customers, with those leads. And lost customers, 68% of customers leave because of indifference. So it's not just in the lead generation process where we've got to continue to follow up, but it's also in the you know, customer nurturing process we've got to continue to follow up as well. So these principles work in both places. So the fact is, most businesses don't follow up or don't do it effectively. That's the key thing. Yet more than 95% of sales are made after the follow-up. In fact, that's 95% of sales are made after 7 interactions. How many? This is very important. How many interactions in the chat box for me? It's right on the screen, 7. 95% of sales happen after 7 interactions. So if you want more sales, what do you think you need to do? If you want more sales, what do you think you need to do? More follow-up, exactly right. More interactions. You've got to build the relationship with them, don't you? Just like we're in that retail environment, we've got to mimic it however we can. So, are you doing things the hard way? Are you either crazy, busy, or dead quiet? Your campaigns are going okay, but not necessarily great. There are so many leads that just aren't taking any action. And more importantly, there are so many leads that you just don't even know where they are. You're spending more money on ads, doesn't equate to more sales. It's just more leads coming into the business. You don't know what's happening with them. And you're working so hard in your business to make ends meet, you hardly have the time or money to keep promoting your business. Anyone in this instance at the moment? You, Cindy. Okay, good one. Thank you for being honest there. Okay. It doesn't have to be this way. Okay. It doesn't have to be this way. There is a better way. Okay. So who would like to know the mistakes now? Who would like me to go through the 3 mistakes now? Anyone ready for them? An automated process for follow-ups. Absolutely. A couple of you already. What about the rest of you? Have we fallen asleep this early in the morning for most of you, or is it late at night like me? Good one, good one. Thank you. So that you don't waste any more money in your marketing. See, the thing is, the list that you build when someone opts in is your business, or is a big component of your business. If your business is completely online, then this list is your business. But if your business is a hybrid of online and offline, most people forget about the list. They just concentrate on the thing that they're used to, the bricks and mortar that they're used to. We have to look at this like the asset that it is, okay? This is an asset that's very, very valuable to your business, and you've got to treat that way, okay? We need to do whatever we can do to make sure we nurture that asset and make it grow. So let's go through those mistakes now. So mistake number 1, this is a huge mistake. The huge mistake, and this is the biggest one I see people making, is they do literally no follow-up at all. So, an opt-in campaign or a lead generation campaign, we know what that is, don't we? It's when someone gives us their name and their email address, and I'm going to suggest to you telephone number now every single time we ask for their telephone number, name, phone number, email address, and they give us those in exchange for us giving them some value. So they'll give us their contact details in exchange for us giving some sort of value. Now, it might be a free report. It might be an ebook. It might be some sort of template. It might be, some sort of, calculation spreadsheet or something like that, that we give to them to help them make their life a little bit easier so that we can then market to them or continue to communicate with them. So the biggest mistake I see people make is they do no follow-up. They have an opt-in, and then they have one email that goes out and delivers the ebook, or one email that delivers the whatever the freebie is that you're giving away, the carrot, if you like, and then they do nothing. They literally do nothing. Anyone want to put their hand up and tell me they're guilty of doing this? Yeah, thank you for being honest. I appreciate that. So, so what happens here is nothing. In most cases, we opt in, we grow our database, and we send a newsletter, and we don't get any value out of these whatsoever. In actual fact, they come in and they literally drop off the face of this earth. Okay, just like I can't even remember this cartoon character's name. Can anyone remember his name?
Was it Yogi?
Yogi Bear, that's who it is, Yogi Bear. So he just falls off the cliff, which is what is happening to these leads every time we get them to opt in, and we don't nurture them and we don't follow up with them. Okay, just one email, mistake number 1. And so there's 3 specific phases in the follow-up that I want you to implement every single time you get someone's name and email address. Okay, every time. Whether it be someone opting in just to go onto your newsletter. We don't just send them the newsletter. They want a piece of you, and we're going to give it to them, okay? If you're giving away an ebook, if you're giving away a free report, if you're giving away a video series, we're going to go through these 3 phases every single time from today onwards. First phase, action. Second phase is trust. And third phase is conversion. Okay, 3 specific phases. I'll go through each of them with you, but there are 3 phases. So, first one, action. We're literally going to reward people for taking the action that we want them to take. And what is that action? Can anyone tell me? Anyone tell me what do we want people to take when we've got an opt-in for a lead generation campaign? We want them to give us our name and email address, don't we? You with me? Give me a yes. Yeah, good one, thank you. So we're going to reward them when they give us their name and their email address, and we're going to give them exactly what they've signed up for, okay? That's our action-based follow-up to start with, okay? And then we want people to know us and to like us and to trust us, don't we? So we want them to do that. That's our ultimate goal here. So they're going to become a customer, potentially, eventually. Do you think we're going to get that? Do you think we're going to get that trust just from sending them one email? I see a few heads going like this. Absolutely not. We want to break down our ebook into 3 equal parts. Let me go through this. So the trust phase, what we want to do, we want to earn more trust. So we're going to give them more than what they signed up for. We're going to give them more than what they signed up for. Write this down. We're going to give them more than what they signed up for. But kind of the same stuff of what they signed up for, if that makes sense. Let me explain it a little bit further. Say you give them an ebook. We're going to record some training videos about the stuff that you give them in the ebook. So usually break an ebook into 3 parts, okay? And so that's 3 videos and 3 emails that we're already have there that we're going to send in our trust building phase. So we had our action phase, which is reward them, give them 1 email. And then we have our trust building phase, which is 3 emails at a minimum. We break down the ebook into parts and we get in front of the camera and we teach them the stuff that's in the ebook, okay? Most importantly. And we record it in videos and we send the email to get them to go and watch the video, okay? We're going to send emails and videos just like this one. So there's an email that goes out, okay? And then it goes through to a landing page like this one. This is Pauline Delaney here, one of my customers. And it goes through to a landing page like this one, where you teach, or in this case, Pauline is teaching for 3 to 5 minutes, the stuff that's in the ebook. And then there's a little call to action down there on the page as well. We'll talk about that in a minute, okay? Then email number 2 is just like this one. It's another component of the ebook. It's Pauline Delaney here again, teaching for 3 to 5 minutes, and there's another call to action on that page. And then the third one is another breakdown, another part of that ebook that is being, or the final part of that ebook that she's teaching there as well. So not only are we giving the ebook, we are giving video training of the same content that's in the ebook. So we're reinforcing that and developing more of a relationship. Can anyone tell me, on average, how many people click through and download an ebook after they've opted in? Anyone tell me? Anyone know the stats? 90%. You made that up. 90%. Can anyone else make a guess on what the stats might be? Less than 10%. It's a bit higher than that, actually. 33% of people on average download an ebook after they opt in for it. And so about the other 70% of people, what are we going to do with them? Just let them go, let them get off the hook. Most people will opt in for an ebook and then they think, I don't want to read this. I don't want to read this. So we're going to give them another format. We're going to give it to them in another format, and video is that format, okay? Why video? Can anyone tell me why we're using video? No one?
You want them to unmute and talk?
You can unmute and talk, or you can put it in the chat box, whatever we want to do. Anyone? Yell it out. Anyone? Personal? Yeah, not really. A little bit more personal. Yeah, we'll get onto personal communications shortly. All right, I'm going to give it to human connection, voice and image interaction. Yeah, we're using 2 senses. Yeah, so we get to engage with 2 senses, not just 1 sense. And there's more in there. We get to spend more time with them on our site. So we get to spend more time with them listening to us. We get to develop a relationship with them, and they get to see our eyes. You know, they get to see this as we're talking to them in the video. And that's one of the most important things. We start to be able to develop that relationship. A bit more personal, you see the person behind. Exactly right, exactly. Okay, good one, good one. So so we've had the action, and then we've had the trust. Remember, action is 1 email. Trust is at least 3 emails. And then we have the conversion phase, okay? And what do you think we're trying to do in the conversion phase? Can anyone tell me? Once we have their trust, what do we want them to do?
We want to make a sale.
We want to make a sale. We want to get them to do something. That's right. We want to persuade them. Very good. We want to convert them to whatever our call to action is. Okay. And so, so we want to be direct here. We want to tell them exactly what we need them to do. Is it book in a call? Is it get onto a webinar? Is it to buy a product? Whatever it is, we've got to get them to go there. Okay. Limited offer, whatever it might be. Anyone want to see the campaign that I use for a lead generation campaign? Yeah, a few of us. Okay, good. So this is the lead generation campaign that I use. This is the campaign board that sits inside Keep. Okay, and this section over here, this is the welcome email. So there's one email inside this sequence inside there. One email goes out, which is the action. Okay, and then in here, this section here, there's actually 5 emails here. We drip feed them every 2 days. Okay, I do 5, 3 is a minimum. Okay, and this is the trust building phase. In here, I have my 3 videos, which are a breakdown of my ebook in this particular case. And then I have 2 case studies where I've implemented this stuff for my customers and I presented in 2 case studies. Okay, trust building phase. And then all of this over here is the I call it the drive or the conversion phase. Okay, but all you need to worry about is just one of these to start with. Okay, in my conversion phase, I get pretty technical inside here. So we've got our 5 videos in here. If someone engages with all of the content, clicks on every single one of them, I drive them to an appointment. Okay. If someone only clicks on some of the emails inside here and watches only some of the videos, then I drive them to go along to my webinar. And then if someone hasn't engaged with any of these, I still drive them along to my webinar. But in this email, in each of these emails, I get to have very different conversations based on the action that they have or haven't taken. And so I get a bit technical. All I need you to do, make sure you're doing at the moment, is just have one of these, okay? Welcome email, trust building, and some sort of conversion process, okay? More on that in a moment. So, mistake number 2. Really quite interesting, isn't it? Mistake number 1, what was mistake number 1? Can anyone tell me? I'm going to quiz you on this at the end too. Mistake number 1 was no follow-up. Thank you, Cindy. Cindy. Mistake number 2, no clear call to action. Okay. Second biggest mistake I see people make is no clear call to action. Okay. So what is the focus of your campaign? Why are we paying for leads? Why are we getting people to opt in? Anyone tell me? Come off mute or put it into the chat box. I don't mind. There's only a few of us on the call, so I'm quite happy to hear voice as well, and no problem here. What is the focus? What is our ultimate goal in our campaign?
Sorry, Jason, yep. I'd love for Paul to share, because he's an entrepreneur and he's been running a very successful global business. So right. It'd be great if you shared with us.
Paul, what is your focus when someone comes in?
Well, right now, most of our lead generation is through search engine marketing. So the focus is in getting quote requests and then bringing them through our internal customer service quoting process and automated follow-ups. Excellent, excellent. So you've got a process there. You've got an ultimate goal that is to get them onto a call. Is that right? Get them to submit a request for quote is usually it. A request for quote. Okay, good one, good one. So all of your follow-up process then should be around getting them to do that. Yeah, your campaign should be around getting them to go to that ultimate goal, which you've got, which is good. Yeah, I think we also have display ad campaigns. So when somebody goes to the site, then we follow them with ads. Perfect. So you've got a remarketing campaign going as well. Yeah, good, good. You should speak to Kerry Fitzgibbon. I think you've probably seen Kerry Fitzgibbon already from what A just told me. She's brilliant at that as well. Anyway, so we've got to know. Thank you, Paul, for sharing. I appreciate that. We've got to know what is our ultimate goal. What do we want people to do at the end of this? And it's not just get into our database so we can become customers and become related to them, because that's not going to happen, okay? We've got to have an ultimate goal, and that ultimate goal, we have to know what it is. Is it to book in a sales call? Is it to register for your webinar?
In Paul's case, it's to get them to go and put in a quote request, okay? You've got to know what it is, or to buy your product exactly right. We've got to know exactly what that process is, okay? Now, like I said to you before, in my campaign, I do it a little bit, a little bit trickier. All you need to worry about is having one clear call to action in your campaigns to start with. But for me, my sales process is on a webinar. But when someone opts in for my ebook and they engage in every single item of content that I've got in that campaign, then they're qualified and I want them to go in and book in for a call straight away. Ultimately, my goal here is for them to book in for a call. And that's what the webinar does. The webinar gets them to book into a call. So if they've engaged with everything, ATE's appointment to enroll is what we call it there. But I want them to book in for a strategy session, and that's ultimately the goal. But if they don't engage in all of my content, they're not qualified enough. They've got to go and do my webinar training. And so the other call to action, if they don't engage in all of that content, is we drive to get them to come along to the webinar. Does that make sense? Yep. Yep, good one. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. So where should we have our call to action in the campaign? Now, as you can probably tell, you can probably gather that I'm going to have a few more details here, but maybe you can tell me, where should we have our call to action? Where do you think the key times and places in a campaign, from when someone opts in to when they get their welcome email, to when they get the 3 trust building emails, to when they get the 3 conversion emails at the end, where do you think we should have our call to action? Where should we be telling them about the next step? Conversion phase, absolutely. Yeah, good one, good one. There's a few other places. Can anyone else think of any other places? All right, I'll give it to you. Excuse me just a moment. I just have to open the door. My dog has to go and have a little drink. So bear with me. Okay, I've got 2 of them actually. They're both down here. One of them is called Roxy and the other one's called Fitty, and they're both blind. So they feel their way around the house, which is pretty cool in itself. Okay, just the conversion phase? No. Okay, so on our thank you page, people are about 67% more likely to take the next step when we're giving them exactly what they've signed up for. Okay, 67% more likely to go and take the next course of action as soon as they've got what they wanted, even if they haven't engaged in it yet. So on your thank you page, if you do not have your call to action there to take the next step, then you're doing yourself a disservice. On the video pages, remember the trust building phase. If you remember to where I showed you Pauline's videos there, or screenshots of the pages, on every single one of them is a button to go and take the next step. Okay, we don't do a hard sell on it. We don't say anything about it in the videos. We just give content, and the button sits there so people can self-select in that trust building phase. In the conversion phase of the email, we are very, very direct. This is the course of action we want you to take. Once we've built the trust, we want them to come along and take the action, whatever it might be. Get the quote. It might be book in for a sales call. It might be get along to our webinar, whatever it is, but we drive. We literally tell them to go and take that action. Excuse me. We can be super specific. In the conversion phase, we don't need to beat around the bush. We don't need to be polite. What we need to do is tell them to take the course of action and give them a reason why. Those that engage, we can have one conversation with. Those that don't engage, we can have another conversation with. And potentially we might even introduce some other marketing processes for those that don't engage with our emails as well. So, mistake number 1. What was mistake number 1? You're muted there, Ada, so you can talk all you like, but I can't hear you. If anyone else is yelling out, no follow-up.
I'm trying to get them, so I'm just miming it.
Right, okay, no follow-up. Mistake number 1, good one. Mistake number 2. No clear call to action. Okay, good, thank you. Mistake number 3. Can anyone tell me what mistake number 3 is? We haven't even gone through it yet. Mistake number 3 is no tracking on those leads. So it's all very well and good. These leads come into your business and they go into the campaign, and we just, there's emails, there might be some SMSs, there's going to be some SMSs. I can tell you that right now. We'll come to that in a little while. There's going to be emails and some SMSs, and it's stuff going out, and their leads are sitting in this campaign, and all of a sudden, do we really know what's happened to them? Some people book in for a sales call, some people do a quote request, but what happens to all of the others? And all of a sudden, I don't know where they are, I don't know what's going on with them, and they've gone into this list, don't really know what to do with them, don't know where to find them, nothing happens, not many sales come out of it. Anyone felt like that before? Yeah, kind of, some of us. Okay, good one, thank you. So I want you to picture this. When someone registers, they go into a list and they start getting the emails. And they start getting those emails, they start getting some follow-up in there, okay? They start going into this campaign where we build this trust and we get them to take the action that we want them to take. And then we always collect telephone numbers. I always collect telephone numbers. And this, you'll see why here for a couple of reasons. First, I'm in the business of automation, and I want to be sending them SMSs as a first point of call. Second, I'm in the business of automation, and basically I get a lot of tire kickers when I get opt-ins. So I make them give me their telephone number. If they register for a webinar, if they register for a lead magnet, if they register for anything, I make them give me their telephone number, because those people that don't are less qualified than those people that do. My cost of lead goes up much higher, but I get better conversions from the leads that come in because I have their telephone number. Now, this is the important thing. When they engage in content, they click to download or they click on one of the videos. Okay, so first they have the emails. When they engage, I put them into what's called a sales pipeline, pre-qualified. Okay, so these people have engaged in some of my content. I had that automatic follow-up if they engage, but then this is the next step. The sales pipeline, they go in pre-qualified. I make sure I have their telephone number, super, super important. That'll make sense in a moment. For those people that book in, okay, the most qualified people book in, go into qualified in the sales pipeline. I'll show you what I mean in a moment. It's all very visual. And I get to make those calls first because they're the people that have identified, yes, I want this. I want to get onto a sales call with you, okay? Then the pre-qualified people, I call. Makes a little bit of sense, doesn't it? So let's have a look at this. So here, pre-qualified. So once someone has downloaded the book and they've clicked on one of my videos, we automatically put them into pre-qualified. Okay, so that's this section here. Then when someone's booked in for a sales call, we automatically then put them into, this is a sales pipeline example of one, they automatically go into this section, which is qualified and booked, or whatever we want to call it, qualified, booked, whatever we want it to be. But these are people that are in there, and we can see at a glance exactly how many people have gone through the process and self-qualified themselves. And when we're on the sales call, we're having the sales call, talking to the person, and they're potentially going to be a customer. We put them into this converting phase, and then you can see up here we've got this, we put a value in there then, and I can see in the pipeline all of a sudden the potential earnings from this lead generation campaign that we've got going on. Does that make sense? Yep, good one, thank you. So then when you've made all of those calls, okay, when you've called this person and that person and put them into converting or won or lost, what do we do? Anyone tell me, what do you think we do when we've made all of those calls to the people that have booked in for a sales call? We sit back and think, oh, this lead generation campaign's not really doing much. We've only got 2 calls booked. What am I going to do next? Am I just going to leave the other leads just sitting in there? No, absolutely not. Because they're pre-qualified, because we've collected their telephone number, what do you think we're going to do? These people over here, the pre-qualified people, we're going to get on the phone and we're going to try and either qualify those people, get them to book in a sales call, or have a sales call with them on the phone straight away. Does that make sense? in actual fact, does it make sense not to be doing this? You can't afford to not do this in your business and just let the rest of those leads go, 100%. One of my customers is using this exact process. We work together on this exact process. So they have a salesperson that calls all of the booked in calls first, and then the rest of her day is spent calling and calling and calling those other people that have qualified themselves by interacting with some of the content. And their sales results literally tripled the first month that they started using this process. Just by getting on the phone and calling those leads that have self-identified that I find it interesting to call people on the phone, not be happy with a call like this. Well, that's quite interesting, you know, Dieter. You might not be happy with a call like this, but people, and some people are not happy with a call like this, but that's why we pre-qualify them by getting their telephone number in the first place. Those people that are giving us their telephone number are usually happier to be called than those that, you know, might get it, we might get it in some sort of roundabout kind of process. And these calls don't necessarily have to be, this is a direct sales call. It's like, hey, I noticed you downloaded blah, blah. You know, what do you think of it? What problems are you having that you need to know about, you know, following up better in your business? And it becomes an interactive kind of process where we're not necessarily selling to them, but we're finding out what the problems are so we can provide them with solutions there, okay? Can you afford not to be doing this in your business? I don't think so. I think we have to think about what can we do to make our business stand out for more than everybody else's, or more than everybody else's. We have to think about, what can I do with these leads that I'm paying for to come into my business to get the most out of them? And this is one technique that we can use to make sure we're making the most out of them. Don't sit back and wait for it to happen. Be proactive and make this happen. So there's our 3 mistakes. Who would like some bonuses? Would anyone like some bonuses? Anyone? Anyone? We all love bonuses, don't we? I want you to take out your pen and write this down, okay? And so, so the first one, SMS, because we've got their telephone numbers. We're going to use SMS in our follow-up process. 90 email, can anyone tell me what the average email read rate is at the moment? No one? No one? I'll tell you. It's about 19% is the average email read rate at the moment. So SMSs, the read rate or the open rate of an SMS is 98%. And 90% of those are opened in the first 30 seconds. What do you think we need to do to develop a relationship with our customers? Don't sell to them in the SMS in this phase. Absolutely not. When someone registers for your download, send them an SMS, congratulate them, welcome them. When you're sending content, send your content via SMS, send your videos via SMS, you'll get more engagement with them. Don't sell to them in the process. When someone becomes a customer, we send them an SMS. We want to make them feel warm and welcome. And most importantly, write this one down 100%. When you're sending someone appointment reminders, it's another 33% actually. People are 33% more likely to turn up to your appointments that they've booked with you if you do SMS reminders for your appointment bookings. A little bit outside the lead generation process, but the SMS is very important, number one. Number two, I want you to write this down. It is called Bonjoro. This is the most wonderful tool I have seen in the last 5 years, other than Keep and Infusionsoft, of course. Has anyone worked with Bonjoro? Anyone know what it is? So we've got all of this process, yeah? We've got all this process where we're following up with customers and we're sending them some videos and this sort of thing. We're trying to make it as personal as we possibly can. Bonjoro is this app. It sits on your phone, sits on your computer. It connects up to your marketing automation system. When someone opts in to your lead generation, we can trigger across to your phone in the Bonjoro app, and you swipe on here and you say, hey Ada, it's Jason Buckner here from Automation Made Easy. It was really cool to see that you've downloaded my free report on how to get more leads and how more sales out of your webinars. And just wanted to touch base with you and say hi. And one of the really cool things that we're finding to get more engagement on our webinars right now is to use a Bonjoro, just like this one, and send it through and give away a little bit of piece of information, and a little bit of piece of us, and start developing the relationship straight away. Anyway, hope you like the ebook, and look forward to hearing your results. Any questions, just hit reply and let me know. And I will see you on the other side. See you in the follow-up. Yeah. Do you reckon you'd feel pretty good about your provider if they sent you a personal message like that? Yeah. Do you think it's a way to start developing a relationship? 100%. 100%. You know what? I tested Bonjoro out about 3 years ago on 4 quotes. I had 4 quotes that were dead in the water. I'd called them, I'd emailed them, I'd SMS'd them, I'd left messages, I'd followed up 3 times, gone through this whole process, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to test this out, I'm going to give it a go. And I sent each of the 4 of them a video. One of them got straight back to me after he got the video, and he said, look, terribly sorry, I'm not going to go ahead with this, but I got a reply, which I hadn't got a reply to anything else. Then the next one I sent to, she said, oh my God, thank you so much for sending me a personal message. You know what? I do need to go ahead with this. How do I book in another call so that we can get it sorted? And then the third one booked in and became a customer again. And then the 4th one didn't reply. So 3 out of 4 people replied, and 2 out of 4 people, dead quotes, came back to me and ended up becoming customers. That exercise, I didn't even pay for Bonjoro yet. It was the free version of Bonjoro, made me $10,000. Just by following up with 4 people, spending about 30 seconds for each video and sending it out to them, and about maybe, I don't know, an hour or 2 hours to set it up, to get it all operating the right way, and I made $10,000. Who wants to do that in their business? 100%, thank you. So the trigger comes to your phone, you can send a personal message. I don't wait for I don't sit here waiting. Is someone going to opt in? Is someone going to opt in? Is someone going to opt in? You know, I just let it go. And 15 minutes a day, I get onto my phone, I swipe my Bonjoro, and I talk to whoever it's gone through. I've used it for event registrations, to get people to come along to events. And I've used it for so many other things. And the value is so good. You know, the replies I normally get is, oh my God, I can't believe you sent me a personal message. This is really cool. I want to do this in my business. And so many replies like that, just from the convenience of your phone. And the third one is keep nurturing. Just because someone has gone through this lead generation campaign and not taken the action at the other end of it does not mean we stop nurturing. This database is your asset. You have to make sure that you are doing the best you possibly can to make sure you nurture and build the relationship with every single one of the people on your database. Keep nurturing and building the relationship, because in a year's time, 6 months' time, 3 months' time, they might be ready. And if you keep nurturing, they're going to keep you front of mind, and they're going to come back to you. Okay, today I promised to teach you the 3 biggest mistakes small businesses make when they're paying for leads and costing you thousands. How did I do? Good one, thank you. Can anyone tell me what the 3 mistakes are? Brilliant, thank you, appreciate that. No follow-up, no clear call to action, no tracking on those leads. Excellent, look at that, all of them, all in one go. And 3 bonuses, what were the 3 bonuses? It was fast, wasn't it? It's like he was ready. He was expecting that. Bonjoro, SMS, one last one. Nurture, excellent, excellent, very good, very good. So thank you, I appreciate that. So now, here's the real opportunity I see for you. And every one of your campaigns, opt-in, webinar, whatever it might be, there are sales opportunities that are being missed because you're not following up, or you're not following up effectively. It's not about finding customers exactly when they're ready to buy from us. It's about nurturing those leads until they're ready to buy from us, and doing whatever we can in that process automatically. It's all about relationship marketing, building a relationship with those customers until they're ready to buy. And of course, being front of mind, you know, being right up here when they start thinking of a solution, because we've been nurturing them all the way through, okay? By giving away this stuff for free, by giving away content, by giving extra value, you truly position yourself as the expert and people just gravitate towards you. Okay, here's the problem I see. You've got so much to learn in your business already. Your follow-up is the last thing on your mind. Is that right? Follow-up, is that the last thing on your mind? Should, it's a trick question. I can tell you that right now. A few of you are nodding. It should not be. We just spent 45 minutes talking about follow-up. Why is it the last thing on your mind? Follow-up's the last thing on your mind. By the time you're ready, you'll have forgotten half of what we've been through here today. And then there are so many things to think about again. So can you give me a yes if you'd be interested in me literally showing you how to do it all? Anyone be interested in that? Good one, thank you, appreciate that. I've got a brand new program called Follow-Up Formula, Monthly Mentor. Would it be okay if I told you about that? Good one, thank you, appreciate that. So follow-up campaign follow-up formula monthly mentor. What you're going to get is my campaign, the one where I showed you the screenshot of it there, the one that I use. I'm going to give you my campaign. I'm going to give you that template, okay? You can I'm even going to give you the emails that I use, and you can just take those and personalize them to be yourself, to be your own, if you like. I'll show you the system so that you can automate everything. Your opt-ins, just like I do, just follow my system for the results. Then you're going to get a new campaign every single month for the next 3 months. Not on opt-in, different campaigns. And one of the benefits of being the first group through this particular course is you get to have input on what those campaigns are going to be. Now, each of these campaigns is usually $997 each, so $2,991 in value. So then you're going to get online training for every single campaign. First, I'm going to teach you how to personalize it. Then I'm going to teach you how to implement it into your business and how to make it all happen automatically. We teach you from the start to finish on what to do inside those campaigns so that you can learn the system and do it yourself. Plus, I'm going to teach you how to set up your own sales pipeline and connect all of that stuff up together so that it's all ready and operational for you. Now, this sells at $497 just for this component of the course. Now, you're going to get a live Q&A. Now, every Wednesday at 12 o'clock midday Melbourne time. I don't think it's going to work for this group, Ada, so we might change the time of that to be something a little bit later in my day so that it connects up with the time zone for you guys as well. So, so we'll work out how many people come on board and then we'll work out a time that suits, if that's okay. So what this means is every day, at whatever time we decide, it means no more hurdles. You get me live answering all of your questions. And we get full recordings of these. So if you can't make it, you can watch the recordings as well. Now I can sold at $297 an hour. You get me for 12 hours over the next 3 months. Okay. This training alone sells at $497. Then you're going to get 3 months of private Facebook group. So in between those weekly calls, if you've got any questions, you ask them in the private Facebook group, and either myself or my team will answer those questions. Learn from others' questions as well. Learn from what others are doing in their business, and you'll have a wonderful group of people to network with. Get all of your questions answered, and this again sells at $497. So in addition to that, we've got 2 days of live training as well. So it's online. We can't do it face-to-face anymore. Well, not if you're in Australia anyway, but you guys are around the world anyway. So 2 days of live training, all about automating the follow-up in the rest of your business. Okay, we're not going to go through the training of these particular campaigns. We've already done that. So we go through the rest of your business, following up with more leads, following up with more customers, and following up with more internally, your team, so that you can get more out of your business and save time, make more money. Tickets to this are $997 each for the 2 days of training. So here's a summary of what you'll receive today. The follow-up formula automation templates, 1 per month over the next 3 months. Online training, $497. 3 months of live Q&A, $497. 3 months of private Facebook group, 2 days of live training. Total value of this is $5,479. So you want to be saving money. Who's a money saver? Who likes to save money every chance they can get? Yeah, me too. Thank you. I don't like spending money at all. I like to save money all the time, and lockdown is really good for that, I found. Anyway, so you're going to need Keep Pro as a minimum, okay? And what I've organised for you is 50% off Keep Pro for lifetime. Now, usually it's $149, and I've organised for you to get it for $99, okay? And that's per month. So US dollars this is. 149, it's going down to 99. That's over a year. The saving is $840 US in savings, but yours today only. If you go to the website directly, you will not get it at this price, and you won't get all the features that we've got as well. So yours today only. You can't even get this price from Keep directly, okay? Some extra features in there. On the website, it's normally 500 contacts. Through this deal, we get 2,500 contacts. So some extra value in there as well. And valued this at $840 US. So here's what you'll receive. You'll get the templates, the training, the Q&A, the Facebook group, live training, 50% off Keep for lifetime, and then $6,319 in value. Now, my special introductory offer, you are literally going to be the first group of people to go through this new training course. I have other training courses as well. This is the first one designed specifically for lead generation and small business.
And Jason,
Mm-hmm.
it was through negotiation for the Titans.
It was through negotiation for the Titans as well. Ada negotiated to get me on and teach you this, in fact.
And Jason said, you're going to be blown away. I said, am I going to get upset because of what you charged me?
Well, you got a different course, actually, Ada. Yours is quite different to this one.
Yeah.
So if you can put $397 down on a credit card today, then 2 monthly payments of $397 for the 3 months instead of $6,319, you pay $1,191.
Australian dollars?
Australian dollars. This is Australian dollars.
So yeah. Just convert that.
Yeah. So you have me and your team for 3 months, and you save $5,128. So who wants to save another $200? There were some saving people in the room. So for another $200, to save another $200, you can invest $997 up front right now for 3 months. Okay, you spend $194 on marketing your business or whatever you want to spend it on. So that's $397 down and 2 monthly payments of $397, or $997 up front and save $194. Now this deal works out to around $10 a day. Would you want to invest $10 a day in your business to get more sales? Truly, in some instances, if this program got you 1 extra customer, it's for itself, if you've got a high ticket product. So automationmadeeasy.com.au/Titan is where you need to go. Now, if you're still unsure, you can trial it out for 30 days. Watch all the training, set up your campaign, get all your questions answered every week for 4 weeks. And if within 30 days you change your mind, we refund you and we part as friends. I only am interested in committed students that are 100% happy, but also committed students that are 100% committed to doing what I tell them to do to make their business better, okay? Which means you can make a decision in 30 days based on what you do know about the program, rather than right now what you don't know about the program. Now, if you invest up front, you get a special bonus, and we've never done this before. Ada gave me a little kick up the butt and said, you've got to give them a little bit more. And so, so we have a special bonus, going to get 1 hour of automation time every single month. So that's me or my team getting in there and automating something in your business for you as well. Now, it is a use it or lose it policy, okay? These automation hours do not accumulate from month to month, so you need to make sure you use them on the next month it resets in there. So $297 in value times 3 is $891 in value. So how many of you have learned something from me today? Anyone? Good one, thank you, appreciate that. How many of you realize that if you had a system for this, it would make a big difference in your business? Thank you. So here's what you'll receive today. The automation templates, the training to implement them, 3 months of Q&A, 3 months of Facebook group, 2 days of live training, 50% off keep for lifetime. Total value is $6,319 plus the bonus to invest up front, which is an hour of automation time every single month. Special offer for Ada and I have just said not for today only, for the next couple of days, is $7,210 in value. Everything right now, $397 down, and then 2 monthly payments of $397 or $997 upfront and save $200. Secure your spot now. We start on October the 1st. So secure your spot and we all get started on the 1st of October. Now there's an extra special bonus for the action takers. Now this bonus only applies until the end of the weekend. So until the end of Sunday, everyone's time. For the action takers, you get a further 50% off keep for the first 6 months. So instead of it being $99 a month for the first 6 months, it's $49.50 a month for the first 6 months. Okay, and so automationmadeeasy.com.au/Titan. Thank you all. My name is Jason Buckner, and I'll open up for questions now, but I hope to see you in the follow-up.
Cool. So question, guys? Jason's going to hang around. So this is a great time to, if you have, talk about your business or what you have in mind. So yeah, opening it up to the floor.
Anyone have any questions for me?
Stacey, I know you came in late, so you'll be able to see the recording because you're going to love this.
Thank you.
You're most welcome, Cindy. Thank you, Cindy. Is Cindy still there or is she gone? No. Cindy put a message in the chat.
Okay.
Yeah, good one. Stacey, lovely to meet you. Dita, you as well. I saw you pop in there during the presentation.
Dita, do you want to introduce yourself and talk about also what you do for your business? And then Stacey, I'll do the same with you because you can always connect with Jason afterwards as well.
Absolutely.
Dita, where are you? Hello. Are you around?
You'll be in the queue for questions. You can ask questions. No queue.
Introduce yourself, Dita.
Hey Dita, how you going?
Hi Jason. Hi everyone. Thank you for your presentations. Very, very insightful. I will definitely reach out to you, but it's too early for the business I'm building at the moment.
No problems.
But
when you're
I'll
ready.
definitely come back to you. It was very, very insightful. Thank you so much.
When you're ready, my friend. No problems at all. Avantika, I think did you have a question?
Yes, please.
Yeah, go for it.
Loved the presentation. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You're most welcome.
My specific need right now is not to learn the system, but to have someone do it. So I really wanted if you have if you have services where I could, bring someone on to help my business, because right now my time is at a premium. I have so much on my plate. So I could invest in 3 months, 6 months of learning this and doing it myself, but I'm really learning to effectively delegate right now. So
okay. No
just want
problem.
to tell me if there is also a service you have for
100% there is. 100% there is, and I'll grab a link in a moment and give you a link where you can book in a call and we can talk about that. No problems at all.
Thank you.
No problems. After just at the end of the question.
Jason, I'll just be a bit of a testimonial there for you.
Yeah.
So Avantika, Jason has a lot of clients. One of his programs is, and that's where I came in to do exactly what you did, was for him to do it, because you only have a limited time and then you need to value what is your dollar worth or your, compared to having someone else do it. And it saves a lot of time by having and he has a team, a really good, competent team. Yeah, that's the way to go. And yeah, connect with him, take up a strategy call. It's definitely worthwhile going that way.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially where your business is at. Yeah.
Yeah, and we're growing our team actually. I've just grown our team today, in fact. So not only do we do automation, we can do some web design and web coding and copywriting and all of that. Just started today, in fact. So yeah, a very versatile team. So yeah, I just put the link into the chat there. So so if you want to book in a call, you can just follow that. Remind me when we get on the call that you were from the Titan group, and absolutely no problems at all.
Thank you so much.
You're most welcome.
Stacey, I know you came in late, but I want to give you the opportunity to speak to Jason,
Stacey.
because so Jason, Stacey's been working on a business model.
Wow. Okay.
And I've been following her business.
Yeah.
And I know this would be a real value for Stacey to consider, to help her with what she's doing, whether it's now or later, Stacey. So maybe maybe explain to Jason what you do, and then when you have a look at the recording as well and you connect with him, then you're both on par, and then he can add more value to it.
Yeah. What do you do, Stacey?
Sure. Thank you, Jason. I'm traveling right now, so it's a little complicated, but yeah. So I just left my corporate role, right? My full-time corporate role. So it's a bit early, but what I put together while I was working was a coaching program. It's a life mastery program, which is really focused on getting clarity in your life. It's focused on really mid-career professionals who are looking for a new direction. And so I'm running that program. It's the second time I've run it. And then in addition to that, right now I'm writing a book, and it has also to do some with the coaching program, right? It's a person in transition. You know, I think it'll be a good kind of feeder for the higher end program. But I'm really more kind of, I would say, in the creation mode and the gaining feedback, right? To just really getting started, but definitely will need more of way to keep in touch with clients and things like that, beyond like the social media posts I do every day, things like that. So really at those beginning stages.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yes.
Sell it first. Market it and sell it now. Because you'll put the course together and make the improvements on the course very, very quickly, and it'll be a good problem to have when you get that first customer for the course again. So my recommendation is, if you've got structure for it already, start marketing it, start selling it, and the rest of it will all come together with no problems at all. Put yourself under a bit of pressure.
Yes, I understand, and I actually do have paid clients going through it right now. Good. But it's something that I would need to scale. Yeah.
And how are you marketing that, or how are you planning on marketing that?
Well, so currently it's all organic, right? Okay. It's all through the social media, people I know, referrals, right? But that's not what I want to do in the long term. But I was really trying to get people that I already kind of knew, that I knew would give me honest feedback, and that was really my top priority. But yeah, once I get through some of this, I
want you to think about, working out what their biggest problems are, and the course is a solution for, and putting a webinar together is probably one of the best things. And the webinar won't necessarily bring you all of your business, but it's important to have it there and to have that coaching there and position yourself by using that, and get some content out there, position yourself as well as the expert. You can be doing that now. You can be getting free content out there in your social platform right away. Start building that profile. Super important.
Very good.
Yeah, good one. Well, when you're ready, reach out. You can book in a call anytime if you want to, or need some advice or anything like that as well. Lovely to meet you.
Wonderful. Thank you.
You're most welcome.
I'll post also your email address. So Stacey, you can always connect with me if you want to connect with him, but I'll put his email address up in a minute as well.
Yeah.
Sounds good, Ada. Thank you.
Support at one, Ada.
The support one? Yep, correct. Right. I'm feeling that Meghna, Cindy, and Rick can also have a question for you. So
yeah,
I'm
go for it. Absolutely.
My left.
Yeah, Jason, I just wanted to thank you again for the discussion. I think I've been thinking about follow-up with various endeavors for years. And it was very insightful. I'm also kind of in Avantika's boats too, where if I was looking for something, it would be to have someone come in rather than me learn the whole system.
Sure.
So I noted the link, and I'll definitely reach out to you. But
good one.
Now I have to go, but it was really nice to meet you.
No problems. Likewise. And while I'm in Australia, our team, our implementation team is around the world now. So we work in all time zones, which is super cool.
Great. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome.
Thank you, Ida.
Thanks, Reckon. Thank you. Okay, we have
Cindy.
Cindy. Okay. Do you
Hey,
have a
Cindy.
question?
No, I don't have any questions actually at the moment. Yeah, so
I want to thank you, actually. You were the first one in most times we're asked a question. You were in there and replying, and you know, it showed me that you were committed to learning as well. So thank you.
thank you.
She's there eagerly listening and taking notes.
Yeah,
Yeah, good one.
yeah. Thank you, Aida. Thank you.
You're welcome, Cindy. How's your business model going? Are you working on it?
Yeah, well, once it's almost done, I'll contact you.
I'm sure you will. I'm sure
Yeah,
you will.
I'll reach out to you guys.
Good, good.
Yeah, good one.
Okay. All right, then
Bye.
I'll make a move first. Bye.
Bye.
See you later.
All right. Cheers next. Meghna, you have a question?
Now, I just wanted to connect a little bit because, you know,
Yeah.
first when I started, I thought it was about small businesses. And like I said, like I work with the finance part in IKEA, but at the same time, I work with the marketing procurement, means I work with the finance for the marketing procurement. And for me, it was a really interesting insight, and especially coming into the digital marketing arena, so to say, you know. So I mean,
For a bigger
sorry.
for a bigger business, we have a slightly different message in the marketing than we would for a smaller business. Depends on the size of the business as to how we would communicate. You know, we can be quite casual and candid with our communication when we're a smaller business. But sometimes when it's bigger, we have to have a bit more of a branded message, which we don't need to when we're developing relationships as a small business. But the same sort of principles apply all the way through.
Yeah, so it was quite interesting, you know, to learn about it and also to see the big mistakes, like you said. Means for me, I see it's quite the same, right? Whether it's a small business or a big business, means if you don't follow up, you miss the leads. It's the same. Yeah. So it was quite interesting. And then, like I think the rest of the guys have said, like means when it comes to my personal front, then maybe when I'm a little bit more ready, I come back to you guys.
No problems at all. No stress at all.
However, before she goes, I'm very curious. What is the business you're thinking of for yourself?
I'm a finance professional, right? I have been working in the corporate area for like 20 years now. And then for me, I need to give back to society. And for me, I want to move from being from a corporate part to like from personal finance more. Like I would say, not put it like a personal finance coach, but like more on that front where I see that today we lack the education, so to say, in personal finance. So more on that side. But you know, sometimes, you know, I don't prioritize it and then I put it on the back seat. So that's where I need to focus more.
There's no time like now. There's no time like now.
Absolutely. And I have to tell myself more often. That's where Aida comes in, you know, so she keeps reminding us.
Well, the question I was going to ask you is, in terms of timing, when are you thinking of getting started?
Can I butt in there just for a moment? I've got an exercise that I want you to do either today or over the weekend. Yeah. And I want you to write down 50 benefits of starting your business. Okay. And I want you to write down 50 reasons why you have to make it happen. So the benefits and then the reasons why you have to make it happen. And then see how you feel when you're going to do it on Monday. Yeah, Aida's smiling because she's done this exercise herself.
Oh, I've done the exercises, have my clients do the exercises, review the exercise. So yeah, it is really a good exercise to go through.
No, I promise you I will do that because, you know, I have started somewhere and then, you know, somehow I get stopped in the middle and then I start again. So yeah, it's just to push myself a little bit.
So Jason said he invites you to do the exercise over the weekend. Text it to me.
Yeah, send it through because it will give you a bit of power as to why you want to do it and when is the right time for you, and it solidifies that in your mind. Yeah, it's good.
No, and I will say like this, I see that as a big purpose for my life, you know, because I have given to the corporate world. Now I need to move So yeah,
That's
but
fine.
I will try. I will come back to you, Ida, especially.
Done. I look forward to receiving it by Monday morning. Avantika's laughing. Avantika's been on a journey with me. Yeah, by Monday morning. Hey, there's no coincidence that you've shown up today. It's synchronicity. So yeah, this is great. This is absolutely great. Yeah. Right.
Yes, and there's not that many people. I just wanted to say this, Jason. I really appreciate. Honestly, I think people, women especially, it takes a lot to start an enterprise because women have this tendency to need everything to be perfect. It's just a behavioral thing. Men will go for, will take risks. They will go for something if they're like 60% there, and women will wait till they're like 95, 99%. So
I'm in the control freak boat. It took me a long time, and then when I finally started doing it, it's like, oh, okay, this is how it feels, and yeah, I'm a logic brain control freak, so I kind of understand